The Ford Mustang is the first vehicle belonging to the American pony car sports car segment. The Ford Falcon was used as a model for this classic, but the Mustang has developed its own unique style over the years, with the distinctive Mustang logo, a galloping horse with a background of red, white and blue stripes symbolizing the United States. The first example was presented in 1964 in New York. The first prototype, Mustang 1, also known as T5, was unveiled at the United States Grand Prix races at Watkins Glen in October 1962. Drivers Dan Gurney and Sterling Moss took turns driving the car several laps at high speed to demonstrate its capabilities. Mustang 1 developed a speed of 115 miles per hour and covered the quarter mile in 18.2 seconds. The Mustang 1 was a two-seat roadster with a 2-liter, 90-horsepower V4 engine in the middle. The first-generation Mustang was produced from 1964 to 1973, and during this period it underwent several modifications and restylizations, including the GT version, which gave the car a sportier character. The most powerful version of the Mustang 1 had 375 horsepower at 610 Nm. In the 1970s, due to high inflation and the fuel crisis, Ford had to create a less fuel-guzzling version of the Mustang. Therefore, in 1974, the second-generation Mustang was presented. It was smaller and lighter than its predecessor. Initially it was offered only in two-engine versions, 88 horsepower and 105 horsepower, while in later years more engine versions were introduced, the most powerful of which had 140 horsepower. In 1976 a special model, the Cobra II, was introduced, which was to be a reference to the Shelby Mustang GT350, by characteristic stripes running the entire length of the car and additions to enhance the appearance. In 1979, the third-generation Mustang, also known as the Fox Body, was created and was based on the Fairmont model. In 1979, two body styles were created, a two-door sedan and a two-door coupe. During this period, more powerful engine versions began to be produced again, as well as the restored GT version, which had 157 horsepower, sport tires and a rigid suspension, and over the years this version was boosted to 225 horsepower. In 1992, California police asked Ford to produce a series of fast and light police cars. The standard police models were too heavy to chase criminals, so a special 175 horsepower version of the SSP was created, which did its job well. In 1993, 4 generations of the Mustang were presented. The basic model was equipped with a 3.8-liter V6 engine with 150 horsepower. In 2000, a limited series of 300 Cobra R models also appeared. This was a special version with reference to racing. The Cobra R was equipped with a 5.4-liter engine with 385 horsepower, and all the units produced sold out almost immediately. 2001 brought another special edition Mustang GT named Bullet and was meant to refer to the 1968 Mustang GT. It had a slightly lowered suspension for improved handling characteristics, as well as many visual additions such as an aluminum gear knob. It was powered by a 265 horsepower engine. In 2004, the fifth version of the Mustang was created, which by design refers to models from the 1960s. The basic version of the car has a 210 horsepower V6 engine. The GT version is equipped with a 305 horsepower, 4.6-liter V8 engine. The new Mustang is more carefully crafted and finished than its predecessor, and has new gadgets, such as the ability to change the colors of the clocks on the dashboard. The new model has proven to be very popular. About half of all sports cars sold in the US today are Mustangs. Since 2009, there had been research into more efficient engines for Mustangs. The Shelby GT500 version produced in 2012 was the first series version to break the 200 miles per hour speed barrier. The most powerful version of the fifth-generation Mustang has 662 horsepower and 856 Nm. In 2013, the sixth-generation Mustang was unveiled for the first time. The car underwent a comprehensive metamorphosis, gaining a new stylistic design with a distinctive, aggressively styled beltline referencing both classic incarnations of the model line and other Ford models. At the same time, the car retained its distinctive silhouette with an elongated front end, a low-riding roofline and a steeply angled windshield. It was available in 2 coupe variants and a soft-top convertible. Initially 3 engine versions were offered. 2.3-liter EcoBoost equipped with turbocharger and 309 horsepower, 3.7-liter V6 with 300 horsepower and 5.0-liter V8 with 421 horsepower. In June 2015, a Shelby GT 350 variant debuted, distinguished by, among other things, distinctive double stripes running the entire length of the body. The power of the base 5-liter V8 was increased to 526 horsepower, allowing for 580 Nm of maximum torque. 4 years later, a version of the GT 500 was created, which has 760 horsepower at 847 Nm. In 2018, a version of the Mustang 6th generation sign with the bullet emblem referring directly to the original from 1968 was presented. The car gained a distinctive dark green body paint, a different air intake devoid of logos, redesigned bumpers and diffuser, as well as a distinctive pattern of 19-inch alloy wheels painted black. In July 2020, the first sporty variant of the Mach 1 series Mustang since 2004 made its debut. Visually, the car gained a dedicated styling package combining black accents, black alloy wheels and additional spoilers with larger air intakes, quad exhaust tips and a redesigned radiator grille. A 5-liter V8 developing 480 horsepower was used to power this variant. In 2022, the 7th generation Mustang was unveiled for the first time. The 7th generation Mustang is powered by two powertrains that have been improved over its predecessor. A basic 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder features 300 horsepower, and a more powerful 5-liter V8 that develops 450 horsepower. Thanks for watching the video. See you soon.